Hey guys, it's Jason from the Dental Equipment Repair Channel. Today we're going to go ahead and work here in a dental operatory where there's no suction. Actually, the problem was reported as no suction or weak suction, and when I went to check it, here's what we got. We got this, I'm here with Brandon. Say hi, Brandon.
Hi.
Alright, so everything was going good. For checking suctions, I covered with the customer two of the tests that I used. One of them was called the glove hand test. And, ooh, dude, how about that? I actually have, don't two doctors get this? Look at this treatment. Oh my goodness, wow. That is awesome. Thank you, Brandon. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, first thing we'll cover quickly here is we'll cover the way to test if an HVE is working right. This is called the glove hand test. And it's not really a flow related test, but it's a test that's good enough. And the way that works is I'm just gonna take the HVE and then I'm just gonna go ahead and take my gloved hand and I'm gonna just let it suck up to it. Now, if the HVE can support its own weight, then I know it's good. So this is how that is tested. And as far as the saliva ejector, there's this cup of water test, which is basically take a cup of water. And this version of the cup of water test, Brandon, if you want to hold that, is that you take your saliva ejector and you just kind of see how quickly it sucks up the water. And the saliva ejector is only responsible for sucking saliva, so that should be pretty quick. And so right there, like I don't have any problems with how that's running. So basically, right now, both of these are running good. But the problem that we found is actually, let's see here. I'll just explain this. So these valves come down here and then they connect under here over to the underside of this, which is your solids collector. Now to check that, we're gonna open up the valve and then we'll go ahead and pull this off. I already looked at this with the customer and that is not jammed up, so that's okay. Now I had said this room was good to go, but Brandon expertly, he expertly found that there was actually a problem down here, and this is where there's a kink that happens. So what happens is as the chair lowers, that tube actually becomes kinked. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and solve this by splicing in another piece of tubing, okay, that looks like that, and I'm going to show you how to do that because this is something that it's not, I don't know, it's a repair that I do, but it's not one that's, if you were like super remote, you could probably figure it out yourself. So this is, again, just to be clear, this line is kinked, which means that, like, and you can kind of hear it. If I pinch that off, you can open that up, or, oh, it is now opened up. Can you try the glove of hand test when I'm, that's weird.
No, you want to sit here again?
Can you put it on a part of your hand where the glove is a little bit tighter?
Sure.
Maybe try to kink that off a little better. Okay, weird. Well, maybe, all right, so maybe, maybe the pinching isn't affecting it quite the same way as low suction, but that's interesting. Well, I get to learn just with you guys every day because some of this stuff is unscripted, and but that if your suction is weak and it can't support the weight, then that is definitely a problem.
As a footnote, Jason,
Yeah.
that suction doesn't account for any other users. If any other users are using it, then it's already diminished
Yes.
suction, and then you get pinched.
Yes.
We're gonna lose all of it.
Yes, absolutely. That's really great input from Brandon. If your entire suction, or if you have weak suction in one room, it could be that you have other users. So that is correct. I don't know if you heard that, but that is 1,000,000% accurate. All right, so we'll set that there. I have a good camera angle. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and replace that tubing with the smooth tubing with this corrugated stuff, because this is what I have. And this is really like an anti-pinch tubing, and I think it'll hold up a little better than that one will. So what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna go ahead and like basically try to make a cut up here, and that is going to give us the area that has The problem, we're gonna go ahead and try to like get a little bit up here and put in a splice and then down below it. So we'll go ahead and start with the upper part, and then we'll go ahead and do the lower part, and that'll give us an opportunity to go ahead and do that. So let's see, make sure we're good there. Now we have some, I don't know, it looks like some saran wrap right there. It's kind of weird. So we're gonna cut the saran wrap right here. We'll chop that guy right there. Boom, and good. And we'll, yep, great. And we'll pull that stuff off of there. Very nice. How weird. Now the bigger of the two tubes is actually the cuspidor drain. This particular office has a cuspidor. And so now we've revealed our tubing, which is gonna be right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make a cut that's about right here. And that cut will, let's see, I don't have any pins on me, but that cut is going to make it so that the area that got pinched before shouldn't get pinched again. Or if it does get pinched, then we'll just replace this tubing. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut right here, and then I'm expecting for the top part is no longer going to have suction to it.
Suction.
And then, so that one could drip, and then the suction could be coming from right there, which isn't a big problem. So here we go, all right? Okay, so there we go. Now, one of the ways that I do this, now, I don't want to have to listen to that, so I'll do the old business card trick. All right, there we go. So, now, one of the ways I do this is I carry this tubing in my truck, which happens to be about the same size as the outer diameter of this is the same as the inner diameter of this. And I can't remember exactly what that size is, but what I'm gonna do is for lubrication, I'm gonna shoot a little bit of silicone on there. And that, I just carry the silicone around with me, and that's just gonna lug on there. The silicone will do two things. It will lubricate it going on, and it will also seal it. And I just invented this right now. I can't say I've ever done this before, but it made sense to me, so I invented it right now. Here we go. All right, and we'll see how it works. So silicone is a lubricant, and 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, dude, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's some in the moment stuff right there. Okay, so I got about there. So I got about an inch in, and now I'm gonna take the scissors, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut about this equivalent distance over here. And now I'm gonna do the same thing. Again, I'm gonna use the silicone as some lubricant, and Brandon's gonna feed the hose in from his side, and we're not gonna cut it just yet. We're gonna leave the tail to work with. And so as we get that, I don't know, here, get a better camera angle there, maybe. All right, good. All right, and I've just been hugging suction stuff all day today. We just got done hugging a vacuum pump. Ooh, man, dude. Oh, man. Dude, you know, this is why I make training videos, because this brings me so much happiness to figure out stuff like this. This just brings me joy. This fills my sail, guys. All right, that was beautiful. So now we're about there to there. We have the hose in. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask Brandon for some electrical tape, and I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap that up. Guys, that's a special repair right there. Beautiful. Thank you, Brandon. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Cool. I don't know. Generally, I try not to do the old miles of electrical tape on stuff, but I think in this situation, it'll just keep everything from getting gooey. Plus, I don't actually think this is going to look that bad. I think this is actually going to look pretty professional. Now, I don't know. I'm curious in the comments, have any of you guys ever done this type of repair before? Have any of you guys ever used silicone as a lubricant, just straight up? Curious. make a comment. And oof, beautiful. All right, so that's good there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at this, and we had a zip tie in there. And I feel like maybe what we're gonna do, instead of zip tying up above, maybe we're gonna zip tie to this other bundle, because maybe what that'll do is instead of pushing it up against there, maybe the whole thing can kind of like ride as a single unit. So we're gonna just take this guy right here and zip tie those two together, and we can let them buddy themselves up. All right, and oh man, that right there. Guys, that's so good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it with our little zip tie cutter. I don't even have one of these, it's pretty nice. All right, there we go. So now what we gotta do is make sure we maintain the same routing and then pick a spot. And I'm gonna give it maybe just a little bit extra. So I'm gonna probably cut this lower one first, and then I will figure out what I did with my brand new scissors. Sweet. All right, and then again, we're gonna cut this first. Somewhere here in the middle where it's easy to work with. I'm also gonna leave myself more future space, right? A little bit of margin. All right, and then we'll figure out about where we wanna unify. So let's unify it about right there. All right. Now this is important to make sure that I'm not like cutting other stuff here, because I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that I haven't accidentally sawzalled the water pipe because I didn't see what it was there. So that's what the preparation looks like, expertly prepared by Brandon. I'm gonna go ahead and work with the one that's going away from me first, up. And again, this tubing was just from Lowe's, and so you can find it. This is like some sort of drain tubing. I don't even know what it is, but it's on my truck, and this is just some, man, this just totally saved my life. So Brandon's gonna prep it. Now what I've started doing is carrying a full silicone tube in a caulking gun on the truck, and I just let it kind of cover over, and then I just pull the end out of it every time I need to use it, because silicone is really excellent for solving vacuum leaks. And then right here, I'm gonna just try to like make sure that the tube doesn't move going up, right? And I'm, well, like it is. So I'm gonna bend the top of it, and then I'm gonna shove the lower one and twist. And it doesn't have to go super far, just enough to where it's in there and not leaking. And of course that silicone is already doing its job very well. Now, there we go, so I'll do that. And then, I'm gonna throw that into my old glove, because that is just so awesome. There you go, boom. And then on this one, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that full, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the full Monty around. Like, can I borrow the scissors just to cut this? My hands are kind of slippery with this stuff. So I'm just gonna take a piece of, and then boom. Oh man, there we go, awesome. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take that, start it, and just go around a couple times, and we can just call this a day. All right, and oh guys, so now we're gonna try lowering the chair down. We're gonna make sure that the routing of this is good. But right now I'm telling you, like that's a solid fix on that line. The internal diameter did reduce by a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to really affect this suction in a significant way. And there's not really any other way to do it besides using barbs. So this, and also too, I think the tubing on the inside does give it rigidity. So it's kind of prone, like as far as it is in there, it's gonna prevent it from bending. So just to review, there's what that repair looks like. And then there's what that repair looks like. We're buddied up. And then Brandon, you wanna go ahead and lower the chair, and we'll just see what our flex looks like there.
Coming down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, look at, she owns
All right.
867.
And then we're looking good.
There, 442.
Ooh. Oh, hang on, stop. All right, I see what the problem was. It was kicked over so far to the side, so it actually needs to be more centered up there. Huh, can you keep lowering it down? Ooh, okay, and is that it? Gotcha. Man, okay, so I think the original problem might have been that the zip tie was just not properly applied, because there's like a little triangular piece over here where I think there's like a pinch that happens. You can see it on your side too. It's like where it gets, I think it wandered over here and it totally pinched like between the top cover.
Yeah.
So it needs to be pulled to the center. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buddy up all three of those. Maybe we'll get a bigger, longer zip tie and do that. Which I think we have one right here. You want to raise that up a little bit, Brandon? No.
Going up.
Sure. Good. Awesome. Yeah, hopefully these videos are helping you guys out. I know it's a little bit of maybe, I don't know, maybe they're a bit too unscripted, but I don't know, it's real life. People seem to be responding pretty well to that. So here we go. What I'm probably gonna do is I'll zip tie all three of those together, and there's another zip tie on the far side that I think will keep it all centered up, and I think that is gonna be perfect. So I'll go ahead and cut this, or Brandon's got it. Good. All right, let's go ahead and send it down one more time. Double check it.
Going down.
Sure. Oh man, how stinking cool. How stinking cool. All right, let's make sure we're gonna not, boom. You know what, I can live with that. Nothing's smashed, everything looks good. Let's open the valve with it all the way down and make sure that we still got good suction. Guys, that's perfect. All right, yeah, man. Yeah, boom, okay. Oh, yeah.
Going up.
Sweet. All right, guys, just to recap, what we used was this tubing. These are the tools that we use. Or the supplies. We use this tubing here, this corrugated. This is the thinner of the two. I think this is like 1/2 inch, not the 5/8 stuff. And then whatever this tubing is here to fit inside of it, from Lowe's or Home Depot in the plumbing section. So this is Jason and Brandon from the Dental Equipment Repair channel, and we're happy you could join us for this. Hopefully this is helpful for you, and I hope that you enjoy, hopefully it's sunny in your side of the world, and look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a great day.